Hey everybody, and welcome to Shopping with Shana. I have an updated must-do deals video for you that runs from Wednesday, June 18th and goes through Tuesday, the 24th of 2025. Today, as I'm making this video, it is Thursday, June the 19th of 2025. So we're just day two into this buy five or more, save $1 each mega sale that's going on. And we've got a lot to talk about. We had a pretty good day yesterday on Wednesday. We had a bit of a kind of a glitch deal that happened that we need to discuss about what's happening with it currently. And a lot of other deals that we need to update or show you a ton of brand new deals, basically. So before we get into this, do me a huge favor, hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell, hit all so you don't miss any of the Kroger videos that I post, and let's do this. All right, we're going to jump right on into this mega sale that's going on. If you are new to couponing or you are new to Kroger or whatever the case might be, what you have to do is buy five or more participating items in this mega sale. You can mix and match. You don't have to buy five of one individualized item. And once you hit a minimum of five participating items, it then doesn't matter. You don't have to buy multiples of five or anything like that. You get $1 per item that comes off at checkout. That is just a sale price. We compare it with coupons. They can be manufacturer or store coupons. They can be in the form of digital, printable, insert coupons from the Sunday paper, mailer coupons, whatever the case might be. And then we can also pair them with rebate apps. Ibotta and Fetch are the best two to start out with if you're new to couponing, but there's some other great ones: Shopkick, Swagbucks, Merryfield, Checkout 51. If I've forgotten any, I have them all linked in the description box below with my referral codes. Sign up today using the referral codes. It helps me to keep making these videos for you, but also helps you to get some sort of extra savings in the process when you submit that first receipt. So let's jump into this. All right, let's discuss the glitch deal. We can say glitch because it is currently a dead deal. All right, so the Wheat Thin Star Wars boxes, the limited or new item edition, for some reason is $1 this week. It has been $1 for the last 2 weeks, and it runs through the 24th. Now that is still good. So if you still want to go pick up cheap Wheat Thins, it's $1, and that was the best case scenario. I told you in video yesterday that they were either going to pull this from the mega sale or they were going to pull this from the actual sale and leave it on mega sale. So it would be $3.99 with a mega sale price of $2.99 kind of thing, like the other Wheat Thins are. So unfortunately, they did pull the mega sale, but I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming. We only had a matter of time. We're going to have a little discussion at the very end of the video about why, but yeah, we knew that it wasn't going to last. I always hope that these things last at least through, Thursday, sometimes even into Friday. We've had that happen many times with these kind of glitch deals, but they a lot of times catch it on day one. So anyway, it's no longer a freebie deal, but it's still just $1. So it's still just a really good deal. So if you do want the Wheat Thins that are cheap, I would grab them for $1. So it's still a great deal. All right, Nicole asked a question, and I wanted to address it before we jump into the rest of the mega sale deals. Nicole said, is anyone having issues with the app not showing what's on mega sale? When I go to look for things, it no longer shows me it's on mega. And somebody else commented below her and said, me too. Yes, it's across the board. So what happened yesterday when they realized that the Wheat Thin thing was going on, they just took all items off, like they were still on mega sale, but they just took the verbiage online on the app. If you go to Kroger.com right now, as I'm making this video, the where it says buy five, it's gone. Okay. They just pulled it online. And so now it's very hard to tell which items are a part of the mega sale and which items are not when you're looking online. If you're an online shopper and you do Boost or get delivery or whatever, you're going to have a very difficult time trying to figure out which ones are mega sale and which ones are not. So hopefully that gets resolved here by the end of the day. They did that. The problem was that it was still ringing up as mega sale. So those Wheat Thins, even though they pulled the verbiage on the digital versions, it was still ringing up mega sale for several hours later. And eventually they have pulled those Wheat Thins completely off mega sale by late afternoon, early evening. But it was still on mega sale, which is kind of funny. So anyway, they don't have to honor it if it doesn't show it anywhere. You can't take it up there with your app and show them, hey, it says it's on mega sale, and then they have to honor it. So that's why I think they pulled it. But the problem is they pulled all items from that verbiage. Now they're all still bringing up mega sale. It's just now you can't find it online. So that is my answer. Hopefully they get that fixed, Nicole. It's, you wrote this 20 hours ago, and maybe it's 21 hours now, but it's still not fixed as far as being able to tell what is mega and what's not. So the pictures you're going to see on the next few slides, they are mega sale items. They're just not showing that verbiage on the picture. All right, so Cousin Willie's popcorn 3-count is regularly priced in my region at $2.59, and it is a part of the mega sale at $1.59. So it's not a bad price there. But if you happen to find any of these 55-cent off one Peely coupons, it ends up being a little bit better at $1.04 each. And I did want to give a shout out and thank you to Mr. DeSoto, who left the comment. Now, you'll notice that his price for Mega is $1.39, so you must have a little bit cheaper product in store. All regions will vary. All stores sometimes can vary on what is a part or what the prices are. It just depends. So anyway, if you do have the 55-cent Peelies and you are at $1.39, obviously that'll put you below $1 for that box. It's really, really good deal. So keep an eye out for those. Still not a bad deal for me for $1.04. But of course, I always like to save money, so I'd rather be a slightly lower than this. All right, I don't know if this is the best deal, but it's a deal nonetheless. Again, it was very difficult to put some deals together with Mega Sale specifically because of them pulling the verbiage off of the picture. But the Totino's pizza rolls, it is a huge giant bag at 130 count. These are regularly priced at $13.49. They're on sale for $12.49. They're part of the mega sale for $11.49. And there is a 50-cent off digital coupon. I'm so used to saying 5-time digital from last sale. It's a digital coupon. And so the final cost ends up being $10.99. Now the digital can be clipped as a Kroger cashback if you'd like, but this is a box top product. So make sure you submit it to the box top app. I'm not going to go through all the details of the box top app because it's the only box top product deal. But if you do need to sign up for the box top app, be sure to use a referral code, which I do have listed in the description box below. Helps you to get some extra savings when you submit that first receipt. In fact, it gives your school $250 and gives my school $250. So don't leave that on the table. Sign up using a referral code. All right, next deal we have, and I actually really, really like this deal, the Hidden Valley Ranch. It's a 16-ounce bottle. It's regularly priced at $4.39. We have a sale price of $3.99 and a mega sale price of $2.99. Plus, we have a $1 off one digital coupon, which makes the final cost $1.99. So if there's any kind of ranch that I want to get, it would be Hidden Valley. I don't know what it is. I don't know what magic they work, but it is the best ranch. I did pick up a Kroger ranch the other day for $1.49. And it's just okay. It's ranch. It's fine, but this is the bomb. I don't know. Anybody else feel that way about ranch? Let me know. All right, there were a couple of deals I wanted to highlight for you that I thought were pretty good. This would be one of them if you do frozen meals at all, which I honestly don't really do frozen meals for me personally, but my dad is who I shop for. I shop 100% for him. He can't drive. He's, elderly, that kind of thing. But he lives on his own still. And I do stock his freezer with frozen meals just because it's a lot easier for him. He, has to have a walker to get around. So it's hard for him to stand at the stove to cook something or whatever. Sometimes he will make things that are easy. But anyway, I do try to get him a lot of good frozen meals. And I thought this was a pretty decent deal. So the Boston Market frozen meals are regularly priced at $3.99. They're on sale for $3.49, but they're making sale for $2.49. And that's the final cost. Now, I'd like to see these about $2. I've seen them on Weekly Digital one time for $2, but for $2.49, it's still a decent deal. And you get a couple of pretty good meals off of this one. So I just thought I'd share it with you if you happen to be someone that likes frozen meals or that, buys sometimes for convenience or whatever the case might be. Next deal we have, and I saw this and I was like, oh, I might have to grab this. I tend to make pancakes. We like to do breakfast a lot for dinner. I also like to do chicken and waffles, but I'll do pancakes, really not waffles because I don't pull out the waffle maker. I just make pancakes. But anyway, we like to do that pretty regularly for dinner. And I was like, this would be a pretty easy one and it would be a lot less time consuming than me having to stand there and do pancakes the whole time. So anyway, I thought it was a pretty decent deal. So I don't know how you say this. waffle bakers, and I took German in high school, so I probably should know how to say this. So I apologize. But they're frozen pancakes. They're 18 count. They're regularly priced at $4.39, but they're on sale for $3.99 each. They're part of the mega sale for $2.99, and that's the final cost, $2.99. So I thought it was a pretty decent savings on this and easy. And, if you got kiddos, quick, easy dinner with pancakes, there you go. All right, so I do want to bring your attention to one deal here. It is the buy two participating items, save $10 instantly. That sale is going on. All of that verbiage is still good to see online, so they did not pull that stuff. They just pulled the mega sale stuff. I forgot a deal that I usually look up. We actually had 3 different scenarios yesterday of so many great deals. So if you did not see Wednesday's video, go check that out at the end of this video. There's a lot of matchups. But I missed out on the Kleenex deal. So let me show you the Kleenex deal because it is the best deal by far that you can do with this sale. So this is the Kleenex deal. You grab 2 of the Kleenex 6-pack facial tissues. They're regularly priced at $10.99. The total comes out to be $21.98. However, 10 comes off instantly because you buy 2, and that's going to bring you down to $11.98 total or $5.99 each, and that's about $1 per box. And it doesn't get any better than that. That is the top best deal that you can possibly get. $1 for Kleenex, for name brand. So this is a really, really good one. Now, I know we don't want to think about it just yet, but if you happen to be thinking about school supplies for the next school year, I know, they always ask for Kleenex. I don't know if you realize that, but they always ask for Kleenex. And I will do this deal and donate. Now, the fact you get 2 6-packs, sometimes I can send like one with my 2 daughters or whatever. In high school, they don't really ask for supplies like this, but the middle school and the elementary school, they do. Now, I just have 1 in elementary school and 2 will be in high school, so I don't know that I'll have to send in any to the high school, but the elementary school definitely will need these and use these, and they ask for them throughout the school year too. So it was kind of a cool thing. Not the beginning of the school year, but like throughout the school year, my daughter's teacher sent out, we're out of Kleenex. And this deal was going on and I grabbed this and sent both of them in. And she's like, well, I don't need Kleenex for the rest of the year now. So it was really great way to kind of bless the school, bless the teacher, that kind of thing. So anyway, great one to grab for that type of thing, or just grab if you need it. I know tends to be a little bit of an allergy season, so you might need it for allergies. I don't know, whatever the case might be. And I do want to give a shout out and thank you to Teresa who posted the deal to remind me. I will say I did get a couple other people remind me on this in different formats, but I was looking through the comments and this is the first one I saw. So thank you to Teresa. So I don't want to leave the other people out. I just didn't search everything to try to find those comments. But thank you guys for anybody that did remind me about this deal. All right, we're going to move into some Kroger deals. These are just things that are happening throughout the store. They're Ibotta rebates. They're whatever the case might be. I do have a couple of deals that we want to share. And this one's going to be a little bit longer than yesterday's because I'm not focused on one particular sale the whole time. All right, so Frankie left me this deal. In fact, I think I have his comment here. So thank you to Frankie. But to grab 2 of the Palmolive liquid dish soaps, they're the 20-ounce bottles. They're regularly priced at $2.79, and they're buy one, get one this week. So even without the printable coupons, it's still not a terrible deal at all. But if you happen to be able to go on to, it's the Palmolive website. So you can Google search Palmolive coupon, and it pops up as the first thing. I think it may be even palmolive.com. I'll try to link it in the description box below if I can remember. So you could just click the link, but they have 75% off 1 printable coupons. You can always print everything, usually twice. That's usually the number. Sometimes it's once. It just depends. Do not copy printable coupons. That is illegal and that will get you in trouble because there's only one barcode or there's only one number and they will only get reimbursed for the first one that's submitted and any of the copies they will not. So you want to make sure that you print coupons one time and then reload the print and then print it again. And then eventually it'll tell you you're out of prints. Okay. So anyway, 75 cents off on one, use 2 of the coupons. So let it print twice. And then the final cost ends up being $1.29 total or 65 cents per bottle, which is really, really good. Okay. So there you go. All right, this is kind of an awesome deal. Now, you may want to save this dollar coupon to use on a bigger product, but if you're just looking for something really good and cheap, Clorox on the go disinfecting wipes, 9 counts, not a bad deal. These are regularly priced at $1.19, and they have this dollar off one digital or Kroger cashback coupon that's attaching to them, making them just 19 cents. And so it's just 9 sheets, but if you want something for your car, your purse, whatever the case might be, you may want to grab them and have them handy on the go kind of situation. But 19 cents is not a bad deal for this. Oh, and again, thank you to Frankie for posting this deal on the Facebook page. All right, let's talk about this Gerber deal. Now, Candace posted this particular deal on my Facebook page. I guess it was yesterday, and I'm sharing her deal, but mine's a little different. So I'm going to share her deal and then I'm going to share my deal. So her deal, she has $1.50 back on 3 for my Bada. That's the rebate she has. So she suggested grabbing 4 of the Gerber pouches that are regularly priced at $1.49. They're on sale this week for buy one, get one. So you don't want to just grab 3 because then you're missing out on that extra freebie. So grab 4 of them. You're going to pay for just 2 of them at $2.98. And then we're going to submit our receipt to Ibotta and get $1.50 back on 3. It's limited one time. Makes that final cost $1.48 total, or roughly 37 cents each, which is a really, really good deal. Now, mind you, I would love to do that deal. Well, I wouldn't really. I don't have a baby, but that would be a really good deal to do. But I actually have a different rebate for 3 back on 10, which is very interesting. I was like, oh, maybe they changed it. So I went and checked this morning. Nope, I still have the 3 off on 10. And I did notice the rebate yesterday because we're also going to take these rebates and pair them with a weekly digital here in just a minute. So you may want to hold off on writing down this deal until you see the other deal that I have for you. But anyway, I have a 3 back on 10, and it was a kind of a complicated deal. So I was like, I'll just wait to put that up for you. Anyway, if you really are into the pouches, grab 10 of the Gerber pouches. They're regularly priced at $1.49. They're buy one, get one. So you're only going to pay for 5 of them. So the out of pocket is $7.45. And then you're going to get $3 back from Ibotta on the 10 of them, limited one time. Final cost ends up being $4.45 total, or 45 cents each. Now, obviously, it's a little bit better if you have the top one, but you're only getting 4, where we're getting 10 on the next one for just a few cents more. So it's not up to you. It's kind of up to whatever Ibotta rebate you happen to have. So anyway, this is one scenario. Now, stay tuned because we're going to slip into the weekly digitals, and I'm going to show you some different deals that you might want to grab with this same rebate. Oh, and a big shout out and thank you to Candace for posting this. Like I said, I appreciate everybody that gives me extra deals and scenarios, but it's really great when you have something different than me and I'm able to put something together that maybe other people happen to have. All right, speaking of weekly digital, I do have quite a few deals to talk about with you. So we have the 5-time weekly digitals. They're digital coupons. You can go clip them right now, put them in your account. You can grab up to 5 of them in your transaction. But once you use the coupon, it's done. So when I go to get my Diet Coke, which by the way, I am out of Diet Coke. Can you believe that? I'm never out of Diet Coke, but I'm out of Diet Coke. I need to go to the store. You can grab all 5 of them in the same transaction. If you only grab 2 and you think, oh, I'll come back later and grab the other 3, the coupon is gone. You're going to pay full price. And the $3.49, that's not cool. Now, this is just a store coupon, so we can pair it with a manufacturer coupon. And in all the forms, digital coupon, printable, insert, that kind of thing. And we can also pair it with rebate apps, okay? So let me show you the deals that we have, or the updates. All right, so let's start with the Gerber deal. Now, if you happen to have the $1.50 back on 3 Ibotta rebate, this is the deal for you. The Gerber snacks, so you can see them there in that picture. They're like the crunchies and the puffs, those type of things. Listen, I don't have a baby to need them anymore, but I definitely had them. I've had 3 kids, and the Gerber puffs were like, the kids would eat those like they're going out of style. I get it. So these are regularly priced anywhere from $2.69 to $2.89, depending on what you're going to get. They're all on sale this week for $2.49, but they're $1.99 each with a 5-time weekly digital coupon. So grab 3 of them. Out of pocket, you'll pay $5.97. Then you'll get $1.50 back on 3. And the final cost ends up being $4.47 total, or $1.49 each. Now, I know the picture there that you see for the Ibotta rebate, it has like baby food, the pouches, and then the yogurt melts. It just says, if you go on the actual rebate, it says Gerber food products. any variety, any size. So it does include this. Okay. So that's one scenario for you. Now, what if you happen to have the 3 back on 10 like I do? Let me show you that scenario because it's a little bit more complicated. All right, so here is this one. What you want to do is grab 4 of the Gerber snacks. They're regularly priced anywhere from $2.69 to $2.89. They're on sale for $2.49, but they're $1.99 each with a 5-time weekly digital coupon. And then we're going to fill it in. 6 of the Gerber pouches. They're regularly priced $1.49. They're buy one, get one, so you only pay for 3 of them. So your out of pocket with all of that together would be $12.43. And then we're going to take our receipt. We're going to submit it to Ibotta, get 3 back on 10. And the final cost ends up being $9.43 total, or roughly around 94 cents each. So again, not a bad deal with the snacks involved in there as well. So there you go. So let me know which rebate you happen to get. Did you get, and I don't know which one you consider better, because part of me thinks, well, if I do have a little one, I would much rather just buy a bunch at the same time as opposed to having to go back each time it reloads to grab the snacks. But that's just me. So there you go. All right, next deal we have is an update, I should say. So the Cottonelle bath tissue 12 counts regularly priced at $12.99. They're going to use the $9.99 each 5-time weekly digital coupon, pair it with a $1 off one digital coupon, or you can turn it to Kroger cashback. Now that was in yesterday's video with the final cost of $8.99, but I missed the Ibotta rebate. I don't know if I missed it or it wasn't there in the morning and it came up later in the day. Remember, I get up at like 3 o'clock in the morning and start finding deals. A lot of time Ibotta loads deals in between 9 and 10 o'clock in the morning, and I've already got a video out by then. So sometimes I don't see them till the next video. But anyway, final cost would be $7.99 or around 67 cents per roll, which is great. Big shout out and thank you to Lady Lauren for posting that comment so that we're able to benefit from that. All right, so this deal is one that I can't do, but hopefully you can. The Copper Tone Sunscreen deal is regularly priced anywhere from $10.49 to $12.99, depending, the varieties that you get. They're on sale anywhere from $8.99 to $9.99, again, depending on the variety, but they're all part of the weekly digital for $6.99 each. Then check and see if you happen to have this 2-off-1 digital coupon. I do not have this coupon. In fact, I remember specifically yesterday checking Copper Tone to see if there was an extra manufacturer coupon to pair with this, and I don't have it. So it could be for a couple of reasons. It is getting ready to expire on the 21st, and if you don't clip the coupon, sometimes they disappear and they make room for other coupons. If you have them clipped, then they stay in there until the expiration date. So maybe I just didn't clip the coupon because it is a general savings coupon. Everybody should have got it. So check your count, see if you happen to have it. You may or may not have it. But the final cost, if you do have it, is $4.99, which is a great bit of savings, especially if you're getting one of those sunscreens that's like $13. And I do want to say thank you to Lauren, who left this on the Facebook page. And I did use a picture of her coupon because I do not have the coupon. But anyway, there you go. All right, so this is one of the deals I wanted to bring to you. If you don't know me very well, I do like my energy drink. I love a Bang, okay? They're really good. I do wish that they had more flavors. I don't know what happened. They used to have all these flavors, and then I think they were bought over or something. They kind of disappeared for a while, couldn't find them, and then they came back with very limited flavors, and there's only a couple that I really like. If anybody knows how you can get hands on rainbow unicorn flavor, it was my favorite all-time flavor, and I can't find it anymore. It makes me cry. But anyway, if you happen to be an energy drink person, we have Monster, Bang, and Rain energy drink 4-count boxes, right? They're regularly priced at $8.99. They're on sale for $7.99, but they're going to be $5.99 each with a 5-time weekly digital coupon. Remember, you can grab up to 5 of these. The final cost ends up being $5.99 each, or $1.50 per drink. And that might seem a little expensive. Yeah, it is. If you're like me, I only have one a day. It's my coffee for the day. I will drink that starting in the morning, and it usually is like middle of the afternoon before it's gone. I'm not downing it. I sip it all day long. If I'm fasting, I'll a lot of times do a fast until like lunch or fast until dinner. Sometimes it just depends. It's great because it kind of holds me over. It keeps me from being hungry. It has a good taste to it, that kind of thing. But anyway, I don't recommend energy drinks and like consuming a lot. I'll do one a day, and like the summer, I actually don't do them because they keep me up too much because I don't get up as early and that type of thing. So I haven't had one in weeks, but I do recommend it. Anyway, there you go. That's my deal that I wanted to share with you. All right, so yesterday was my 21st anniversary. Many of you wished me happy anniversary. There were so many of you. I thank you all for wishing me happy anniversary. It was kind of crazy. We had a good day. It wasn't crazy. It was an easy day. It was a Wednesday out of all days. We didn't go anywhere as far as like travel. But what we did do is we went into downtown Cincinnati and we ate lunch at the Taste of Belgium. I have my two girls are in drama camp right now, and then my son, he's 16, so he can kind of get around, do his own thing, and we can leave him at home. So we got out during the day while they were all busy, went to the Taste of Belgium for a treat. Since it was our anniversary, they gave us a free dessert waffle. So that was really yummy and free, which is my favorite kind. And then we just kind of walked around Cincinnati for a little bit. It was hot though. Sat on the swing. We're on the swing right there, but you can see the Ohio River there, and then Kentucky's on the other side. So, and then we just went and picked up the girls from drama camp, dropped off their friends that we carpool with, and then we came home and drove the kids around to their activities. So that was our anniversary day, but it was okay. We both are saying we want to definitely go on a big trip for our 25th. So if anybody has any ideas, let me know in the comments because we're going to start planning that now, or it's not going to happen. So anyway, that was our day. And I do want to get to a question of the day. Now, I want to preference this question that I don't want anybody to attack anybody else. I just would love to hear your thoughts and your opinions, and everybody be kind. But I had a comment left from early CPNR. I don't know what that all stands for, but anyway, referring to the wheat thins thing. Question of the day recommendation. Do you think it's okay to clear a shelf, meaning 10 plus of a unit during a glitch? Seems we all have mixed opinions on it. Is it okay? And I'm just going to give you my opinion. It's okay. I mean, you can do it as long as you're not doing anything illegal. If the store makes a mistake and you take advantage of a glitch, then it's on you. So it's definitely okay. Now, you're probably asking me, is it morally okay? Is it ethically okay? Something that's not going to get you into legal trouble. And that one's a little bit more fuzzy to me. So because so many people took so many boxes at one time, it triggered it for Kroger. So these kind of glitch deals used to last until Friday a lot of times, and they don't last anymore the day. You're lucky if you can get the deal in the morning before they pull it. And that's because people go in hardcore and buy a ton of them at the same time. Okay. And that alerts Kroger, and Kroger pulls it. And so then the people that either didn't get a chance to get it, well, either don't get it at all because they pulled the sale, or they don't get it at all because someone has bought everything they have in the store. So I don't know. Like yesterday when I went to the store, I might have a video out. You can go check it out if you'd like. I'd appreciate it if you'd watch it. I know the deal's dead, but you can kind of see how I did it and kind of be ready to go for the next time that we get a deal like that. But I'll link it here at the end of this video. But I grabbed 5 because that was the only thing I was buying, and I needed 5 mega sale items. However, had there only been like 3 on the shelf, I would have grabbed 3 and found 2 filler items so I could do the deal. I would have done that. Anyway, I grabbed 5. There was only 9 total. So I left 4 boxes on the shelf. I didn't have a display in my store. I know some of you had these large displays with tons of them on there. I did not have that. So I just grabbed my 5, got them, and left. Okay. I'm like, we probably won't go through them any more than that. I know some of you donate, and I totally appreciate that, and I get that. I guess my only issue, I don't care that you get a lot, but when you do those large quantities, it does take the glitch off, and then nobody gets to do it, or nobody else gets to do it. So I appreciate those of you that are able to run to the store and go do it. Now, my other thought is somebody is still going to do that. So whether or not you pull yourself and restrain yourself back, other people are going to go clear out the store, whether we like it or not. So you might as well go get yours, right? So I do look at it that way. I'm mixed on this one because I don't like to judge people when it comes to the amount that they're buying. I know that I personally do buy a ton of deals when it comes to the Santa shop. I'm sure many of you've seen the video. I'll do clearance deals, and I will sometimes clean out the clearance deal. Now, in my defense, it's a clearance deal, right? It's they're trying to get rid of it, and I'm getting rid of it for them, and nobody has wanted it till that point. So, but I got blankets when I ended up getting like 75, maybe 80 blankets between two stores, and the comments on the blanket deal. I mean, I was ripped a new one with some of the comments. And yeah, it was a great deal. Oh, well, nobody else gets the deal. And I was like, well, I mean, that's not true. There were people that were around me and they don't pay attention to it until they see somebody grabbing them out of the bin. And then all of a sudden they're interested. And I don't know how many of you've experienced this before, but people stick their butt in there and kind of edge you out. Even though you were there first doing it, but whatever. So that's happened to me too. So anyway, I get it. I see both sides of it. If I could recommend when we do have a glitch deal like this that they can pull, don't overdo it because you're going to, it's going to trigger a Kroger pulling it right away. But that being said, it doesn't matter. There's going to be people out there that are going to overdo it. It's going to trigger it anyway. So if you want to just be the one that triggers it and you get yours, then good for you. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts with keeping it respectful in the comments. Nobody get mad at anybody. Nobody get frustrated. Just let me know your thoughts. We're not going to change anybody. And it's not going to stop people from doing it. So even if you are a person that thinks that you shouldn't do it, it's not going to stop it. And it's not going to do anybody any good to be mad at anybody that does do it. So just let me know your thoughts in the comments, where you're at. I have a mixed opinion on it. In one way, I think it's awesome for the people that get it. And then another way is I'm like, dang it, guys. Now it's gone. Now nobody gets it. So anyway, those are my two thoughts on it. But anyway, let me know what your thoughts are. All right, guys, that's the end of this video. I know it's now super long because of the question of the day. So I appreciate those of you that stuck around to the very end. Make sure you do all the things. Give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment. Share with a friend. Of course, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. And I'll be back with you with more deals later. Bye, guys.